Good evening, everyone. My name is Sir Linklot. We are here with Game 2 of the quarterfinals at the Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer, Zelda 1 Randomizer Archipelago Tournament. We've got Game 2 between these two. Ladder 4 took the first game. I'm going to be doing commentary here with K-Tap. How are you doing, K-Tap?
Doing great. I'm excited to see a thief start.
Yeah, Darkmoon was very happy to see something not Red Mage. He's been unfortunate, I guess, been a lot of red mages, and we're seeing thieves, which, yeah, is nice to see. I've been seeing a lot of red mages and black belts when I've watched. I haven't seen too many thieves, and I don't think I've seen a fighter seed yet for anything I've watched. So.
I believe the first seed I commentated was a black belt seed.
Yeah, so no punchy boys this time. We've got thieves, which arguably of the four jobs we can start with, they're the best. We get boosted agility, we get lock picking at 13, so that key that every other party needs, those thieves don't care as long as you get them to 13, which typically happens pretty quickly with these seeds. Running, you're going to be able to run from everything. You're not going to get ambushed a lot of the time. It was just a lot of, everything's good on the thief. Their only real downside potentially is the fact that they do have some lower health. So if something comes with some nasty spells or scripts, and they might not survive very well without the right equipment.
Very fragile. Though on the Z1R side, it's going to be kind of fun, since we got to find your Final Fantasy stuff in Z1R.
Yeah, you have to find the goodies to let us go find your Triforce pieces so we can go stick a pig with a sword a few times. Give him his allergic reaction to the silver arrows, and then go save the princess.
I just like to call it, we're making bacon.
That works too.
I mean, for Chaos, would it just be slaying a demon or something? You have any cool Final Fantasy slaying?
I'm trying to think. I don't think we really have any cool stuff for, like, killing Chaos. I'm trying to think. It depends on how you kill Chaos. Like, we'll talk about, like, punching Chaos into orbit, with you get the super black belts. But we are off, and looks like Final Fantasy 1 heading right to Matoya's cave. See if we get any goodies. Some bombs.
I want to see your first bomb pack.
Yep, other than that, Water of Life, Age of Shield, which doesn't do anything, can sell that for some money, thankfully, but other than that...
They're getting spoiled. A bomb and a key this quick early on in Z1R?
Yeah. Get all the goodies, but yeah, Final Fantasy 1, nothing, I would say huge major critical items. Nothing, we're not seeing any weapons, we're not seeing any, progression unlocking. We've just got the bombs. We got Ice 2 knives and Quad X staves out of Canaria, though. That you are not going to complain about. Those are some decent spells to start with. And this Seafood Party Pack, I don't know where that was, but that was nasty. It's right here. Okay.
There's my rival in a shop just waiting there, taunting me.
Let's see, just a copper bracelet. So nothing really important. Yeah, Blaze, by Thieves. C is not going to be very nice.
So, I can hope they're not going to use the raft tonight, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, typically we don't need the raft, because the recorder helps, but, if the recorder is locked behind the rafter, then, kind of need it, unfortunately, so guess
And that just makes me a sad K-Tap.
That's what happened in my race on Saturday. The raft was, or the recorder was in 4.
Curses.
Yes, it was quite the thing.
Please tell me you at least lit the raft on fire with a candle or something.
You would have to ask Darthling. I'm the Final Fantasy 1 player. He is the Zelda 1, so if he might have lit it on fire. It sounds like yes, he lit it on fire. After.
Good. Well, the raft deserves to be burned. So what are we looking for in these shops? And I see
Right now we're probably looking for like some heal potions, a couple of save items at the very least to kind of get going. That way you're not always having to like reset back to a town. Weapon shops we're definitely going to be checking out. We're looking for, things like fast, temper, invis, or ruse potentially. We've already got kind of that sweeper, ice 2. We've got nuke. Kind of just checking spells for promotion. Nuke at level 2, you're going to be very happy. Saw
I
fire
do know
2.
Nuke is a good spell. Nuke makes everything on the screen disappear.
That's what it's supposed to do. Yes. Other than like chaos, yeah, typically it does a good job. But yeah, other weapons, we saw weapons in Provoke. It was like Fire 2 was decent. Kind of like the counter to Ice 2. If something was just ice, it's probably not resisting fire. We didn't pick any up though, because don't necessarily need it.
So it looks like our runners are trying to do their best impression of Swordless right now, finding the wand as the white sword item, and as a result, using wand beams as a weapon. If I remember my Zelda 1 geography correctly, we're in level 1, right? Or is this 4?
No, I think this is...
Not 4, this is 1. Has to be, I think. Oh, it's one of those days when I can't remember vanilla shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, is this one? Maybe? Like, missing a little bit on the top. Okay, yeah, I was like, maybe 3, because I'm like, I think 1's more flat. Just like a windmill. Okay, that's how Mercs has it crossed. So Mercs has, like, the top missing. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I don't, like, the color was off, but I don't know if the color was changed, but I'm like, okay, so we're in 3 on Merc's side.
Close enough. 1 is close to 3, but 3 is 3.
Well, you know that
they're all pointy at the end.
That raft you didn't want to see.
I'm not happy about it.
We found one. That shop actually having a lot. Like, I mean, we don't want to see the raft, but we got the raft. We got the arrow for when we find the bow. It also had a ribbon for FFR, which, considering we've already seen this bad seafood party pack, you're probably going to be very happy to have a ribbon before going into Sea Shrine, whenever we find that Oxio.
So, the arrows is not... I mean, could be what we need, but we don't know if anything is blocked by Gomas yet.
Yeah, we don't. Cube. So we've got the cube coming out of level 3 from the vanilla raft location. That's pretty big pickup, and looks like Flip Heel's probably going to be finding that shortly when he gets to that room.
Boo! Okay, I'll hop off my high horse now. So as our runners are clearing rooms, they're looking for what item is going to replace the Triforce drop. So is it like incentivizing the randomizer for it to be a higher likelihood of being a Final Fantasy progression item?
I believe that's what I heard, is that the Triforce drop and the actual, like, major item locations, so, like, you know, the underground locations, those are all kind of incentivized to be, not necessarily, like, full progression, but it is one of the major, it should be one of the more major items that you would typically find. Let's see. Got a few chests.
I see a red ring got found along the way.
Yep, we just found a red ring, that's very nice, and a stepladder as well.
Yay! Those are 2 good things to find.
Yeah, especially the stepladder early, because I know it's like you can do like dungeons 1, 2, and 3, but past that, you kind of need the stepladder to do a lot of stuff.
And the ladder's nice to clip around the world.
That too. Let's see. So I've got Ike here trying to take some fights here to get some levels. Dark Moon is going places. That's Ice Cave. Looks like we're stopping in Gaia. Guess check weapon shop while you're in the area and get some health, or I guess maybe just save. Okay, looks like doing some save and gonna be checking out the Cardias on Dark Moon side.
And we see Flip Heel taking on these red dark nuts.
Oh, o'clock when everything's dead.
The game has its jokes.
Alright, let's see. First part of Cardia doesn't seem like we got anything important out of that. A couple fairies and a bomb.
And Mercs is in level 1, and I'm still sad about the raft. Woe is me.
Maybe we won't even see it get used. It's just gonna be there. Can toss it into the fire after saving Zelda.
Firewood is all that it is meant to be.
Okay, there's a big check out of Cardia, though. Only the single chest in this one with the swap chests, but we get the magical key.
Yep, our any key was found, and that is very useful in Z1R, because that means we don't have to worry about keys for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Ikir comes here, or not, or if that does come into play with, you know, a potential lack of keys in dungeons. Darkmoon having a think.
And was that a potion pickup somewhere along the way I saw on Merc's side?
Yeah, it looks like there was a Water of Life Blue that was also in the Cardias.
Wait, it's called Water of Life in the code?
That's what AP has it set as, is Water of Life. It says Water of Life Blue. I'm fairly certain that's what it is.
I'll have to go cross-check this information. Archipelago is weird. It is separate from our normal randomizer.
I'm kind of surprised to see we're killing things, but with as much dangerous stuff as these seafood party packs have, like, it is a good amount of experience if you can get kills, but it just feels like you're maybe spending some time, but probably was trying to get level 13, I would guess, early.
Meanwhile, we're seeing the difference between this red ring and not having the red ring. It's making combat a little harder, and Flapeel having to take more time with enemies, while Mercs is checking his map, probably talking with his partner, and figuring out where to go next.
Yes, big things out of level 1. We got the Oxio from the Triforce location, so that's access to sea. Considering what that seafood party pack has, I don't know if that's something you really want to go and do yet.
What is the Oxio?
The Oxio allows you to breathe underwater. It allows them to, I guess, make bubbles enough to where they can breathe underwater so they can go to the sea shrine.
Okay, so magical item that does baloney stuff.
Yeah, it's some magical rock that gives you oxygen. We're going to see that the red ring, step ladder, all the fun stuff that was here in Canaria just got sent over to Flip.
Does that mean we're going to be seeing a very early crack tonight?
It's possible. I don't know how likely it is, just because, like, Ikir maybe it's that idea. There's that seafood party pack, so those blaze lobsters. They have all the other crazy stuff. I don't know how early you actually go in there, considering that.
What is this seafood party pack, and what's incentivizing them to go to there?
So the seafood party pack it's a lovely little name we have for the group of monsters that are sea trolls, lobsters, and sea snakes. So it's got 3 different monsters, which usually the more monsters you have in a specific fight, the better chance you have of something being terrible there. And in this case, we have like blaze lobsters, we have something with some kind of petrification as well. Not to mention lobsters just hit like trucks for damage typically, so nothing's fun about them.
So they hit like truck and inflict status effects. If only we had cure.
Yeah, and then you add in the fact that they have blaze as well, so they breathe fire. And that fire's hitting for like 160 or so. It's not a good time for our thieves. And Chad is bringing it up. We did find a big pickup here in Ice Cave on Darkmoon side. We got the recorder, which may have been hinted for. I could have sworn I saw maybe a hint for a recorder.
Well, I saw something about a recorder that Mercs now has, and he doesn't need the raft anymore.
Nope. It is officially firewood. Ike off to Bahamut. Don't have the tail yet. So probably just checking boxes here. 3 boxes. Hopefully some free boxes, we'll see. We get 1. Looks like a sun sword.
I believe Mercs is in level 5 if I'm remembering my map stuff correctly.
I believe so.
So Mercs is looking for something good here, some progression item. Or a sword would be nice.
Yeah, I'm sure wouldn't complain about a sword. I mean, magic wand is nice, but, you know, we'll see if maybe we find that magical sword soon.
Meanwhile, flip heals in 4. Though I'd like to say this swordless stuff is giving them practice for our upcoming swordless tournament soon.
Okay, we also get one of the food, or the baits, on Lamp of Hyrule side. So 7 becomes a lot nicer to potentially think about now. Maybe not with this equipment, but we'll see.
Depends. There is a famous saying in the Z1R community that it is tale as old as time. The saying is never 7. Well, until it is level 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, like most of the seeds I've ran, there's always been something in 7, it seems.
There's a reason that phrase exists. There are some people that do not like level 7.
It's the same as Marsh Cave on Final Fantasy 1. Well, not that we needed it. Level 5 did have an important item. I guess in this case, I think it is kind of important for Dark Moon. We've found the key in level 5. I don't believe Dark Moon was 13 on those thieves just yet. So can actually get through it. And that adamant, actually, I forget where the adamant came from, but adamant ended up turning into the canoe, which does lock a couple things.
What does it lock?
In this, so with the overworld map that we have, it's locking both the waterfall and it's also locking Stardust Cave.
So the canoe blocks stuff that we can't access with our airship?
Correct.
Huh! They found a better use for a boat or a canoe than the in Final Fantasy Rando than the raft in Z1R.
Yep.
So we see Flapeel is still in this 4. Taken out, I believe that was a Gleeok. I blinked for a second. Yeah, Gleeok.
Yep.
And then we have Mercs in this 5.
Yeah, and well, you know, we've got a wooden sword in level 5, but then level 4 is just like, hey, I've got a white sword now. So
really? So did the game expect you to have the wand before going into 4 and 5 for your swords?
probably. I honestly don't know how the logic for the AP one works.
Yeah, I do not know how the logic for Archipelago works for this.
Alright, we're getting we got a hint on ladder 4 side from Ike here hinting for the tail, which does make sense with the thief party. Like they can't swing great weapons as thieves. I think the best, you know, taking the Masamune out of account because everybody can swing the Masamune. I think one of the best weapons they can swing is something like the Dragon Sword, which, you know, with enough temper, sure it'll work, but then you also can't equip any armor either as those thieves really. Like, your gold bracelet is the best.
So the tail allows the runners to change classes?
Yep, the tail is what allows them to do the promotion. You take the rat's tail to Bahamut, he says you can grow up and be big boys now. We got a ruby out of level 5 as well. That might lock some things. We're about to find out. Looks like Dark Moon's stopping a Titan's Tunnel, and it does in fact lock 4 chests. far as Ikir's been here in Volcanoes, cleared it out. I think the only real major thing, I could be wrong, I think the only major thing I've seen out of the Volcano so far has been one of those Triforce fragments we need.
I believe that means the ruby blocked nothing.
Maybe some importance, like, they got a black shirt, so depending on what spell that might have had, then maybe. Lock on a shirt you're not going to complain about. Did have a rune sword. We got an opal bracelet. Looks like they're both in level 2, so both teams have that opal bracelet. That is the best armor that is equipable by those thieves, currently. Actually, it's probably the best piece of armor they can equip, period, even after promotion, but it has no resistances. And there's the tail. That might
So
be
both
why we
runners
changed
are
the
making a beeline for the tail.
I think one might have made a beeline because of that hint, and the other one's just, I'm here, I'm gonna do this, I can clear it. So why not? Yeah, we get promotion for Dark Moon. His turtles grow up.
I will say, since both runners have the red ring, but Flip Heel has the white sword, while Marks has wood sword, so it's gonna speed Flip Heel up a little bit. Because with the wand beams and white sword, he's able to do magical sword levels of damage.
Yep.
You gotta have heart! Twice over there!
Yeah, a lot of hearts here. Oop, there's the Vorpal. So that's gonna be, I mean, both groups are probably, they want to see Katana. That's really what they want to see. That's their de facto best weapon that's not the Monster Moon, but you're not gonna complain about a Vorpal before you have the Katana. Now you just need some tempers, some fast, and you can just start killing any bosses you want, for sure.
Is the Vorpal the one that has the random rolls for damage?
No, it just has, it's very spiky on its damage just because of the fact it has a high crit. That's just like the Katana, but it doesn't have the base damage of the Katana. So, it without any kind of like tempers or anything like that, it will typically do less damage, but when it starts to, when you start seeing multiple crits, it starts outdoing most weapons for damage.
Because I know people have mixed feelings about the Vorpal.
Yes, it is the community argument. It will always happen.
Oh, like our equivalent of people debating the boomerang and the magical boomerang.
Yes.
And I Spy Triforce segment was sent to Flip Heel.
Yeah, so that's second Triforce fragment out of Volcano.
Well, I know what to do when I get provoked. I can just blame Vaughn.
I think we are about to see. There's a hint for the recorder for Flip Heel, and we're about to see our first boss on Ikir's side. We're gonna heal up, and we're gonna see if we can give Carrie a try. With, let's see, what do we got for her? Okay, never mind. We're not gonna see what we have for weapon. We're gonna do some rusing, Ice 2, and some more Ice 2.
You get an ice too. You get an ice too. Everyone gets an ice too.
Yeah, I mean, it'll work. Like, you throw enough Ice 2s at Carrie's gonna die. The problem is, Carrie's gonna have anywhere between 600 to 1200 health here, and we don't, you're hoping she doesn't have some kind of script. Because right now it just seems like it's punching and is punching the top slot. I believe, I'm pretty sure it is still 300, so once we hit that damage, we'll probably start seeing some Quad X.
And looks like Mercs is waiting on something from Final Fantasy Randomizer. Or just checking his checks.
One of those thieves is face down, and unfortunately, I think that's the one that had the Cure 2 as well, so... Oh no, we still got Cure 2 on one of the thieves, thankfully.
Mercs has to use the raft because he didn't use the recorder. Boo.
It doesn't have the recorder yet, so unable to.
Merc says the recorder.
Oh yeah, Mercs does. Never mind.
He
Okay.
just used the raft.
I guess because he was closer, maybe.
I'd say to spite me, but I know Mercs is not that bad.
All right. Well, Dark Moon is going to brave the Sea Shrine. We do get a Triforce fragment, so more than just the orb, and there goes one of the other thieves. We're gonna try a Quad X. Still has over 300 health.
And we're still looking for some stuff to get around the world.
Yeah, I'd say like Z1R side, major things we're still looking for. We still need the bone, we still need silver arrows.
A candle would be nice.
Candle would be nice too. Another Triforce fragment out of C. Yeah, Volcanic bringing this up in chat is very fortunate that Carrie did not have some kind of script.
What is this script you refer to?
So that'd be when she starts casting spells or skills, and if they don't have some kind of script like that, then she's just going to sit here and attack over and over again. Which, barring some kind of thing I'm not going to say until Carrie's dead, because I don't want to commentator curse. Then, okay, so Carrie's down, so barring like a really bad crit, because the top thief had maxed out evasion, you were getting through the fight. And then, I didn't say it, but it happened anyways, and one crit did go through.
So, she didn't have any... So the attacks are randomized for the boss, for the fiends?
Correct. The attacks for everything are randomized.
So, no magic spells for Carrie, so she just had a default physical attack?
Yep, in this case, she just had a physical attack, so she decided to go punch.
And that is something the runners hoped for, I take it.
Depending on the boss, you hope for that. Kraken is one of those bosses you actually hope has a script, because Kraken has many hits and hits very hard. So even with the Thieves' Evasion, until it's like evade capped, is probably gonna get hit. I know the race last night, Kraken 1, not Kraken 2, was hitting the red mages for 1,000 damage.
Yikes. But we're still missing quite a bit of Triforce pieces as well.
Yeah, so we know there's 2 in Volcano, we know there's at least 2 in C. Dark Moon still has to check. We're going Kraken side now, so there may be more here. So we know where 4 of the actual 8 Triforce pieces are. Rephrase, we know where 5 of them are, because 3 of them are in C. So yeah, C is, I guess that early Oxyale is just like, hey, there's stuff in C, you should probably go get this. You might not want to go here, but
that keeps on giving today.
Yeah, C is the gift that keeps on giving. Looking at the inventory between the 2 teams, looks like on Dark Moon's side he has access to Mirage and Sky, which also has a lot of boxes. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Triforce fragments there. X here is missing that Chime, so can't get it a Mirage yet. Other than that, we're still looking for Rod and the loot. Both teams need that to be in effective Final Fantasy 1 go mode.
So why do they need those 2 remaining items?
So the Rod is needed to smash a plate on floor 3 of the Earth Cave to get down to Lich for our Earth Orb, and then the loot is needed to raise a plate when you go 2,000 years in the past to be able to go fight Chaos.
For the Temple of Fiends Revisited?
Correct.
I do know some Final Fantasy stuff. I'm glad I remember some of it.
Ooh, level 7. So I know that's where Mercs is because I'm seeing it. We get a katana.
So that's where it was hiding.
One of them. There's actually 2 katanas, so we could find another one somewhere. But You really only care about one. I mean, even with a, I mean, you're not gonna say no about two when you have a group full of thieves, or when they grow up to ninjas. But one you are very happy with. You got all the boxes here. There's the bow.
Where is that bow?
It was here in level 7, actually.
And it was level 7 all along that we found the friends we made along the way.
Right, so that puts minus Triforce fragments, and you're hoping for a candle. You're not going to complain if you get the magical sword, but that puts us at least just silver arrows effective technically to go mode.
Technically silver arrows, because I know we need a candle to access. Frick, which vanilla level is it? I know we need a candle to access that, and we need silvers to kill Ganon.
Yep. Let's see, Lamp of Hyrule, I'm already hinting for a Triforce Fragment. I don't know if I saw a hint for silvers.
But let's see what's gonna be located. Wait a sec. What is Flipheel doing? Is he just waiting around?
I think he's waiting for the recorder because it's supposed to be here in Ice Cave.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay, going back in, so I must have... I know I saw them hint for the recorder. So I'm guessing they might have hinted for the bow and they saw, hey, it's in 7. So, hey, I need the recorder. And I was like, my recorder is in Ice Cave. Okay, I'm going.
Is this the, oh crap, I left something behind and now I'm getting punished?
I think, because it's like, I saw Aikir go through this, so I feel like there might have just been a single chest that is like, oops, I missed the one chest.
Does that happen often in Final Fantasy Rando?
I mean, so typically, when we're not using like shuffle chests, potentially, with this being shuffle chests, there's chests in locations that just typically, even in normal randomizer, you just never go there because there's nothing there. In this case, okay, so no, we do see that's the Lamp of Hyrule. Okay,
So did Dark Moon die to Crack and just said, you know what, I don't want to deal with this now, I'm coming back later?
No, he broke Kraken to pieces. So yeah, it looks like, oh, so he might have died or accidentally fell down. And yep, there's the recorder. So
under the lake, Flipeel goes.
And then we also are getting the crown out of level 7 as well, it looks like, which typically on a normal standard Final Fantasy randomizer, the crown gives you access to Astos. One check. In this case, we've got early ordeals turned off, so you need the crown to be able to check ordeals, which does have several boxes. Could be one of our Triforce pieces there, who knows? And we found another katana. Oh wait, never mind, that's Flipeel. Okay, so that's the first katana. I'm like, we found the second katana here too? Really? I'm like, never mind.
How many katanas are there?
There are 2, so that's the same katana that was got earlier, I believe. And those bubbles were trying their best to knock Mercs into the Wallmaster.
Well, at least the bubbles don't do the crazier bubble shenanigans. I don't think either of our runners would be happy with their controls being reversed.
They probably would not be happy with that. I don't think anybody would be happy with reverse controls. Alright, we got another ribbon out of Mirage. And looks like Mercs is done with level 7. At least for now.
So it looks like Mercs is using his recorder to get around the world. And Flipeel just found his bow.
Yep.
So we're still missing quite a bit of We're still missing half of our Triforce pieces and our silver arrows.
Yep, need 3. We need to determine where 3 more Triforce pieces are. We know there's 3 in Sea and there's 2 in Volcano. The other 3 we have yet to see. But with the amount of checks here between Mirage and Sky, it wouldn't surprise me to see at least one of them, if not more of them, though.
Well, as I learned the last time I was in the booth, I've been told that Sky provides.
Yep, you'll even see that when we get to Sky, it will actually say Sky Palace provides when we start picking up chests. Looks like we got Mercs in 6. It looks like. So I guess that's what the tracker's saying too.
Yeah, Mercs is in 6. We're starting to run out of dungeons.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, outstanding things on Final Fantasy side. We haven't seen ordeals. We just got the crown though, so that's been out of not even available for a while. We haven't been into Marsh, I believe, and we haven't been into the top of Earth Cave either. And then some other things like we haven't been in Waterfall, we haven't checked out Sardis Cave.
So you just have the places you don't want to check and Sky.
Pretty much. You don't really want to go into Earth without the rod. So you're kind of hoping to find it beforehand. You may not. Rod could be in Earth as well. It's possible, technically. Nobody likes when that happens.
So people don't like Marsh and Earth as places to hide things.
People might like Earth even less with this. We'll find out when somebody actually goes to Earth, because there is a flag that's set for Tri-State for us, so it could be on, it could be off. You don't know until you go check it, which is a procedurally generated Earth Cave. So Earth Cave could just be some random dungeon that you don't know your way through, and you also have to figure it out. And it's a horrible time.
Now I understand. Now that I know Earth... Oh, there's a blue ring on Merc's side. Now that I know Earth Cave is randomly generated, that I can see why people hate on it.
Yes. Normally it's not on, but in this case, sometimes yes, it's on, and it's a terrible time. Everything looks the same. You have to figure your way through it. You have to find all the boxes.
So that basically tells you who has the better navigation skills.
Navigation skills are sometimes just luck in that case, because it is quite literally a maze.
So it's a pick a door in a way?
Pretty much. Our runners are probably hoping it's not on. Everybody watching at home is probably hoping it is on for entertainment value. Ooh, metal slimes. If you had sources of fire, you would be very happy with these.
Nuke can't take out the metal slimes?
I don't think he has the levels for Nuke yet. You need the ninjas have to get to level 15 first.
Oh, right, I forget
getting spell charges. So I don't, because looking at what their kind of max health and their health values were, they're about where Ikir was when he got the key. So I think they're just short. Yeah, they just hit 15. So if he'd leave and house or go to an inn, he'd have 1 charge of Nuke now. But
Nuke does make backtracking a lot easier.
Sky Fortress provides. We get a Triforce fragment. So there is 6 of the 8 now that we know locations of.
I'm just wondering why some of our runners haven't made their way to level 8 by now.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm feeling like we've seen a lot of Z1R now. So, like, almost feels like it kind of has to be there.
Level 8 has to hold some. Oh, right. We don't have access to 8. Duh.
Oh yeah,
We don't have fire.
We need fire. That would be why. This is why I'm not playing Z1R. One of the reasons. Many reasons.
My brain tends to forget vanilla checks and just goes rando. Ooh, shiny.
Yeah. Level 6 also had the other wooden sword that's in the pool.
So there's 2 wood swords in the pool?
Yeah, there's 2 wood swords in the pool. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that it has extras in that's not typical of a regular seed. I don't think so, though.
Well, the mag's not having a heart requirement is one of them.
Oh yeah, 2 baits as well. That's the other one. I'm pretty sure there's one. I can't remember what it is. It's also 2 baits.
So we have 2 skewers and 2 pieces of meat that can be eaten off a skewer.
Yes. Alright, so let's see. Which we're getting a hint for the candle on Lamp of Hyrule's side.
Flippeel's just hoping to dig something out of this 5.
And there's the hint for the loot on ladder 4. Oh, there's the red candle. That's unfortunate. Hinted for the red candle, and literally like 3 chests away was the red candle.
Oh, that is kind of funny. But now we're in level 8, and we're hoping to dig some goodies out of here.
Yeah, and Dark Moon, this is the last check before having to fight Tia, and then anything that's locked behind Tia, so should be seeing that shortly. Yeah, I would say I would agree with what Phil Connick said. Is Lamp's been playing. I don't really think you could be playing much better than what they are right now.
Yeah, they haven't
watched-
had too much downtime and waiting.
Yeah, and I watched game 1 when I was like, I'll do commentary for this. I should probably watch game 1 just to kind of see what happened. It kind of felt like that was going on with game 1. Is they did seem like they were a small bit ahead for most of this game, and then RNG decided to do RNG things to Dark Moon and set him back significantly, like in C. He just kept getting just completely destroyed by things in C. And Iker just made it through with no problems, which that's Final Fantasy Randomizer at times. And, blink and you miss it, Tia's down. I'm going to assume that was a Brack. I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume that was a Brack. Also, we find out that the blue candle was locked behind the red candle in this case, because the blue candle was in level 8. Or never mind, we hadn't fought Tia yet. Okay.
So what is the crystal and why is it important?
So the crystal you can turn into Matoya for a check. It may or may not be important. Odds are, in this setup, it's probably not important, but there's a chance it's important.
And we see Mercs here taking on Goma. You have a bow! Use it! There you go. Goma's defeated.
Tia is also defeated. We got a Brack, so another boss down to that. And let's see if there's anything behind Tia. Yep, Rod and loot. So Final Fantasy, Dark Moon is now in I need to find your Triforce fragments.
So I blinked and missed the Tiamat fight?
It was like 5 rounds. He rused up just to have like safety, and then and was using insta kills then, and just like bracked him pretty much right away.
Rack is break or something like that.
Yeah, it's like turns them into stone essentially, and then
Yeah,
they just break
the
into pieces.
insta-kill spell besides nuke and besides vanish.
Nuke is a damage spell, but yeah, like Quad X. What else is there? Quake is the Earth insta kill. Zap is the time one.
I didn't realize there were so many different insta-kill spells in Final Fantasy Rando.
Yeah, we've got a plethora of them. Brack is typically considered to be the best one because it has the highest accuracy. So the odds are, unless something's resistant to it, I mean, it's not, we're not talking 50-50 shots on most things, but, some bosses, it's susceptible. It's like 20, 30%.
That's not bad odds.
Alright, and yeah, Dark Moon. So Dark Moon coming into Volcano, hasn't done it yet, is going to do a full clear here, find a couple more of those Triforce pieces that we know are here. And then, yeah, it's just finding the last couple at that point.
I feel like we're going to be running out of Z1 checks very soon, and we're just going to be waiting in the lobby at level 9.
Yeah, like... Unless there's something, I'm like, what else? Is there anything else locked behind the candle that isn't level 8? Because I'm guessing you can just, like, walk through if you know your way through the dark rooms, like, like Link to the Past, then you can just get through it still.
I do not believe so. So someone in chat can probably correct me if I'm wrong.
But yeah, on Final Fantasy side, the interesting part is going to be seeing when Dark Moon finishes Volcano, and then I would assume with the hints that we've done and everything and what iCare has, Mirage Sky is going to be next on his plate. So it's when he finishes Mirage and Sky, we'll kind of see how far apart they are time-wise. As far as levels, I think iCare is doing a little bit better on the level still. Yeah, Roop's saying shops behind Candle, but we're not sure if there's duplicates anywhere. And even if that's the case, like... Bottle and TNT are the only things that you could find for Final Fantasy 1 other than just going and doing checks to try to get points to do a hint for, hey, where's my Triforce fragment so I know where to go.
Honestly, just going and doing the checks to the high density of items in Final Fantasy would be quicker than finding the shops.
Yeah. Falconic wants to see Matoya holding something. I mean, it's possible. Like, oh yeah, we still need silvers too, so they should actually be, I guess, because silvers can be found. I think it's just the Triforce pieces that have to be in FF1. So they could find their silvers in a shop somewhere potentially, I guess.
Well, I guess that's what Marks will do after he's done with 8. Meanwhile, we have, I believe, is Flippy going to check the grave? Yes, he is. Give it a... Well, he's stabbing the ghost first, and now he's going to give the grave a good old push.
We are going to find an actual single rupee.
All I see something is a silver was sent to Final Fantasy Rando, but that's not the silvers we're looking for.
Nope, that is not the silvers we're looking for. And TNT is sent to Final Fantasy, so that's one check off the board that we need to worry about. So yeah, the only check we don't have access to on Final Fantasy right now is the bottle turn-in. That's it. Other than that, we can get everywhere in Final Fantasy 1.
And it's unfortunate for Flip Hill, but Flip Hill really needs that candle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where Iker is going to be going next now. Let's see.
Well, Yeah, just on the way Icar ordered it, it's causing people to lose a bunch of time right now.
Yep. This is kind of where the difference in routing was. Dark Moon decided Volcano is kind of one of those. It's really nice to think about early because there are a lot of boxes in here and there's nothing stopping you from coming in here. But at the test, can you all hear us? Please say yes or no.
Were we deaf?
Okay, looks like we're back. Okay, we're good. So, we said a lot of things, nobody heard it. Silver arrows, we found those. They were in waterfalls, so we're looking for some Triforce fragments. So, Dark Moon coming to Marsh Cave before Earth, kind of have to imagine that they're one of those. We were able to hint for a Triforce fragment, and it was sitting. There's a Triforce fragment sitting somewhere in here, maybe even both of them. Unfortunately, we found the book.
We're still missing 2 on Mark's side.
But I know I mentioned this while we were kind of the stream was back, but you all couldn't hear us. If you're kind of tuning in, what's the main difference and kind of why are we seeing the big difference between the teams right now? I would say the big difference between the teams right now is the fact that it's kind of early game routing. Dark Moon skipped Volcano, which, you know, it's a hard choice to kind of make depending because there's a lot of boxes in there and there's nothing stopping you from clearing the dungeon. Dark Moon decided, no, I'm not doing this yet. Ikir did go in there. Ikir was able to clear it entirely, including killing Carrie. However, Dark Moon was able to clear it significantly faster. Yes, Dark Moon does have water and fire. Just needs Earth Orb left. And yeah, there was, so Triforce Fragment, I saw it found in Marsh.
So we're at 7.
Yep, we are at 7 on Mercs. Letter was sent to Z1R. So yeah, we are looking for 1 more now. And again, I'm going to guess, like, if he's got hints for all the Triforce Fragments, if you're still in here after finding the first one, that
I mean,
the
if
second
it's your
was
last
also hidden.
check, you have enough points to use the hint. It's there for you.
Yeah, especially at this point, like, you got silver arrows. Like, I guess the only thing that Z1R would like to have right now, and it's more a like, not necessarily I need it, would be Magical Sword.
Yeah, the game fight does take significantly longer with the wood sword, but not as long with the white sword.
Yeah, at least we have the white sword. We're not still sitting on wooden swords, so that does help. Dark Moon. Okay, finish the bottom. We're coming back up here to the top in Marsh, so potentially at least another couple boxes. Nothing there. Looks like it was some heal potions and some gold. Still nothing.
Does this mean we're heading to Earth?
I guess we'll find out because that's Marsh done. So is Earth going to be next?
Also, holy crap! Mercs has 16 hearts! Chest
Mercs
Jerk would
has-
be proud!
All of the hearts in the game.
He's gotta have heart. Okay, there I did it. I did the summoning ritual. I should summon a wild chest jerk. Maybe. If he pops up, he pops up.
Check on Matoya. Will Falconic. Nope, we just get gold. Sorry, Falconic. Nothing important on Matoya. So I'm going to assume there's got to be, like one Triforce piece, and I'm guessing that's what is happening here on Mercs' side, is just like, I'm just going to go do random checks that I haven't done to get some points. And to give that hint for the final Triforce Fragment, to put my team and member in the, here's where you need to go, please go there. I'm going to level 9 now, okay, bye.
Honestly, it's really interesting because, especially because the Archipelago and hint system in Archipelago requires you to backtrack even when you don't need to. You need to do it for your partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still looking, so... So this is kind of time for Ladder 4 to catch up now. Okay, there was a hint for Triforce Fragment, so I'm going to guess, since Mercs is just kind of sitting there now, I guess we'll see if level 9 is now on the table.
Let's see if he's walking there first or if he needs to go find it himself, which I don't think is very likely.
No, the Triforce Fragments are 100%
right.
FF1, so Dark Moon definitely has to find it, and unfortunate for chat, sorry, Earth Cave is not procedurally generated this time. So we will have a vanilla Earth Cave.
So if I have a degree in Earth Sciences, does that mean I'm an expert on Earth Cave?
Sure.
Without ever seeing Earth Cave?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
It's fine. Yeah, and I think
looking here, we have Flipio's sitting in level 9.
Yeah, I'm sure knows we're like, because I saw Flipio hint 4 times for Triforce Fragments, so I think that was the tell, here's where all my Triforce Fragments are. Okay, I'll go start clearing stuff out. So Ikir's gonna go here. I don't know if we'll see Earth Cave next, or if we're gonna see Marsh. I mean, we need to do both. We definitely need to do both. Considering Dark Moon's checking boxes, unless they just didn't have enough points for that hint, when Mercs did that one, I would imagine that we know that Triforce Fragment is sitting here in Earth Cave. It's what box is it sitting in Earth Cave?
How many boxes do we have to check?
I'm trying to think. There's 5, well, altogether. 5, 11, 12, 15, 15, 16, 19, 24? If I'm doing my math right. Somewhere in the low to mid 20s for sure. Yeah, the boxes are mixed around, but Earth is still going to have as many boxes as Earth does because it has no linked chests. So Yeah, I did mental math quick, Philconic, so I don't know how much I'm going to trust my mental math. I know it's somewhere in like the low to mid 20s for sure. Okay, Rubes is saying 24, which is what my mental math came up with, so I'm feeling better about my mental math now.
Hey, you'll take that.
I mean, it's
And
math
look-
on Twitch. That's a dangerous thing to do, so...
Well, look here, it's Tia. Tia's gonna disappear soon, right?
We're hoping. We're trying for some Brack strats. Looks like that's a Vorpal swing from the one thief. Unfortunately, that thief is now stunned.
The one thief is real.
Okay, Rube's actually doing the math. 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8. That's 24, so yeah.
So, is this tournament open in... Because I know danning is one strategy people use in Final Fantasy Rando. Is that a strategy used in this tournament often or not?
In this tournament, no, because deads get experience. So even if they're dead, they are still getting experience. It's to kind of pay homage to the four sword idea, where we can't actually like force a single thing to be forced, so it's just whatever slot 1 gets forced to, you have to do the rest of your party as that, and keeping everybody the exact same, so no matter what you do, they're getting their experience.
Got it. That's very interesting. Because I know people usually... Because I've seen Final Fantasy Rando in the past, and people have done many dannings.
Yep. Yeah, like if that was a thing, like if we'd roll black belt seeds, you would definitely be seeing, you know, when it's time to start leveling, you'd see like kill 2 of the black belts off and keep 2 of them up to get them up to like 32 to 42, to where it's just like, I'm going to punch my way through everything. But unfortunately, nope, cannot do that. Alright, we got a bottle. So now
So
every check... Oh, go
Is
ahead.
we basically have an EXP share turned on.
Correct. Yeah. Alright, so Ike, you're about to get the silver arrow for flip heal.
And meanwhile, Mercs is buying some items on West Death Mountain. And looks like Flipeel has his silvers now. Too bad he doesn't have the Triforce pieces to go in.
Yeah, just waiting for the Triforce pieces now. We definitely need the one out of Marsh still. Dwarf Cave Treasury.
Meanwhile, Mercs is having a good time on Death Mountain right now.
I'm trying to think. Maybe we don't have enough for the hint. Because I just saw Ike here. Unless, I'm trying to think. Because there's the Triforce fragment. It says
Wait.
Dwarf Cave, but Dwarf Cave and Sardis Cave and a couple other caves are shared. That, I don't believe I saw this get checked.
So where is Dwarf's Cave?
So there are some, hang on, I've got the little list here. So there are 4 caves. So all of the castles are together. So Canary Castle, Northwest Castle, or Elf Castle. Any boxes that show up in those 3 locations can end up in any of those locations. All the Cardia Islands, including Bahamut's Cave, can share the boxes as well. Dwarf Cave, Matoya, Waterfall, and Sarda can also do the same thing. That's why when we found that room with the robot in Waterfall, typically there's 6 boxes there. There were no boxes, so all of Waterfall's boxes ended up somewhere else. In this case, Sarda has a good amount of locations that's just empty where those boxes can end up. I think that's where that 8th Triforce fragment was.
So by checking his tracker and ruling out what he's already checked, he can find where the missing Triforce piece is.
Yeah, like he's got to kind of know, like, doing kind of check marks is like, hey, there can't be that much left.
But does this also mean that ladder 4 is closer to finding that missing Triforce segment or fragment?
I think they have the hints already. So I think they, like, we're going to Marsh Cave right now. So, like, the hints are there and they know where it is. Still needs to, Ikir's still going to have to go into Earth Cave. But if they do have the hints, that's going to be a go mode Earth Cave. And it's faster than checking boxes. Earth Cave, out of all the dungeons, is kind of the one that takes the most amount of time. But yeah, they must not have the hint. Now it's just kind of like, alright, well, where is the thing? Let's see. Looks like Dark Moon is heading off to that last location of Sarda. But yeah, so Flip Peel's the first one into actual 9. There is the final Triforce piece being sent. Or at least
so they might be able to potentially take this from behind here, is what you're saying.
It's possible. Like, Amplify Rule still has an edge. Because Dark Moon is done with Earth. Is off to Temple of Fiends right now. Ikir is just entering Earth Cave. So essentially, they're an Earth Cave behind. It's whoever has both teammates cross the finish line first. So it doesn't matter who finishes first entirely. It is probably going to, in this case, it might come down to, Mercs has to get back to level 9, but it might come down to, Dark Moon. Does Dark Moon finish before Ikir? And yeah, like, not stopping for Moss to even test to see if, does Warmech have the Moss Immune right now, is just going. That was a quick Lich, which, Lich is called Speed Bump for a reason, and we've got Lich in the carry, so even if you wipe, you are probably taking this again. You're not going through Tia and Kraken when you can go through a carry and a Lich.
So how does this work?
So we have 2 paths on, so 2 of the Fiends, there's 2, like, spike tiles where the Fiends are, and it's just randomly, each Fiend is randomly assigned to one of the tiles, and each Fiend only is assigned 1. So sometimes you get really lucky and the 2 weak Fiends are on one side and the 2 strong ones are on the other side. More often than not, you typically see like one of the easy Fiends, one of the hard Fiends, in which case we got both.
So which are the easy? Because I know one of the weak Fiends is Lich.
Carry's considered to be the other easier one.
Got it. So Kraken and Tiamat.
Yep. But alright,
It looks like we have Chaos here.
Yep, Chaos. We've got a Ruse, a Nuke, a Haste, and a Temper. So we get a Temper, we get a Haste, we get a Nuke, 126, and Chaos says no.
That's not good.
No, time for backup strats. What were the backup strats? We're gonna Temper, we're gonna Haste on Thief ? We got a Lightning 2 here.
So this means Brack didn't work?
You're typically not going to be doing a Brack on Chaos. It's a 3 in 256 chance it lands. That's kind of one of those like Hail Marys, you have no other options.
So what is the go-to strat for Chaos?
So typically it is buff a melee fighter with some kind of good weapon or if you got a black belt, and then you just start swinging. In which case, Thief question mark has a Vorpal, and we're the 6 hits for 178. That's not what you want to see. You want more damage because Chaos can have anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 HP, and we are not getting through that health very fast. There's 6 for 372. That's better. There's a zap. That's insta kill, but we avoided it. 8 for 456.
And that's a party wipe.
No. Yeah, and this is iconic. Go ahead.
So is this usually the time when you go to grind some levels, or just defeat the easy fiends again and come back?
It kind of depends on what you feel wiped you. Like in this case, Darkmoon did get a little unlucky. Got his thief. Like he lost his first turn essentially. Like the first turn completely was a lost cause. He got his buff person killed immediately. If you die to something RNG like that, you typically go right back in and just figure out what can I do to like put the RNG in a better way than what it was before. Typically something like that is going to be like put that thief that has your katana, put them further down so they don't have as much of a chance to get punched. And we kind of, while we were talking about that, flip heal finish. So we got our first finish for flip heal. So get the first G in chat. Ikir did decide to take that war mech, is going to be having higher levels and the Moss immune. So Darkmoon does have a little bit of an edge right now still as far as where he is.
But if he takes another party wipe and gets unlucky.
Yeah, but if he gets another party wipe, I would put ladder. I mean, I'm sure Ikir's probably going to pick. Oh yeah, lost one of the thieves. So picking up the thief, probably going to do inventory management here, get everything ready for these fights, and then it's going to make it in. So yeah, Darkmoon. This is potentially Darkmoon's last good attempt.
Hey, Hail Mary time.
I mean, if you get down to it...
So is the spot changing their RNG?
No, RNG is random, so like that it might be the same way, but I highly doubt it, but we're gonna see. We got Temper, we got Haste, we got Ruse. So, okay, so much better first turn, Lightning 2, you like to see that. And we get G's in chat for Mercs. So we have both of our Z1R runners done. We are waiting on who crosses the line first. Ikir up against Lich. We've got some Temper, we've got some Ruse, we've got some Nuke. I think it's a Nuke fight now.
Because I know our viewers would want to cheer on for the game 3 here.
Yeah, if you want game 3, you want to see a Terminated on Chaos. We got Temper, we've got a fight. 8 for 231, that's better. Rub is a free turn. 2 hits for 2 damage. I mean, you're probably still going to swing because crits do damage.
Right, and we're on to carry for Ike here.
Yep, on to carry. 4. Gonna be fight. Yep, fight Nuke. Let's see, we got 8 for 357. A miss from Chaos, 364. Nuke for 182. Chaos is still up. Probably getting close to kill. Yep, there we go. 8 hits, 425. That is going to be terminated for Chaos. Lamp of Hyrule will take first place in this race. Let's go see what the FFR bot said for a time. When I can get up there.
And that means we have game 3.
We do have game 3. Let's see. Official time for Lamp of Hyrule is 1 hour 11 minutes and 59 seconds. Let's see, are they in? I don't see them. They're still down in their party chat, so they might just be talking. But yeah, early routing, it really helped Lamp of Hyrule with the unfortunate Chaos wipe. A lot of things could have went different here. I mean, I'm not sure how much time it took to kill that war mech, go pick up party members, do all that. That could have been maybe a little bit too much time. There's a lot of things. I've been seeing a lot of damage on Chaos here, though, so Chaos is probably about to die here. Yeah, there's an 8 for 531. I think that's that Masa. Wielder's swinging for the moon. Down goes one thief. 8 for the... Yeah, there's the Masa swing. 8, 373. That's a terminated for Ike here. So get your GGs in chat for ladder 4. They have finished with an official time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 21 seconds. And we are joined in the booth by Dark Moon and Mercs, who are Lamp of Hyrule. GGs.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thieves. I love thieves.
All right, looks like Ike here and Flip Heel are in the waiting room. I'm going to see... Yeah, don't let me drag him down. I'm going to drag him down. We'll get everybody in here at once. All right, we've got everybody here. We've got Ike here and Flip Heel as well. Ladder 4. GGs.
GG's.
Yes. Dark Moon and Mercs.
GG's.
I was very happy to see thieves.
I was like, so how did everybody feel about the seed?
I liked it.
I mean, you just liked it because you didn't have to do red mages. Let's be
I didn't have to do red mages. I was so pleased.
The seed felt weird.
I normally am the one that doesn't complain about seeds. I'm going to complain about this one because that last Triforce was driving me nuts. And I mean, I was running around with a chip. Like, if we had one hint left over, I don't know. I mean, you guys probably saw it on stream, but I hinted Candle, and then Dark sent it like 2 seconds later. So if we didn't waste that hint, we probably would have finished, I mean, easy 10, 15 minutes earlier if everything went smooth. I mean, because we were digging, and I was digging AP items that I don't even know if I would have found enough. And he was digging stuff that just he hadn't touched. So, I mean, that really held us up pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, I went and did key checks when I probably shouldn't have, and then if I had just gone and done Sky when I was supposed to, then it would have been fine. I just didn't do things in the right order.
I mean, that is
Me and-
randomizer.
Me and Dark
Yep.
are never ever close, like as far as like finishing like that, and we were on each other's tails to finish that time. So I thought he was gonna finish before me. I was like, "Are you in chaos?" If he didn't wipe the first time, you might have finished before me.
I would have. I absolutely would have.
And no max neither, so that didn't help.
Yeah, it's like a rare, like most of the seeds I've played or watched, I've seen Magical Sword and just no Magical Sword. And considering, like, most of the game got cleared.
Yeah, I mean, we play Z1R, so I mean, wood is fine. I had white sword, which is even better. I mean, it was fine. I mean, it wasn't a deal breaker for me. Plus red ring, so I mean, everything was good as far as that went.
I'm annoyed that my katana got eaten again.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, because this seed felt weird, because we had to do a lot of errands to get all our stuff, so I'm wondering how they potentially could have finished 10 minutes faster. Like, did they just hit a really good route and be, like, I'm curious, like...
Yeah,
that
early,
felt bad.
that was the main difference, is like early game routing. Like, Dark Moon checked, like the Cardias helped out a lot. I think that was like one of the big things that got checked super early. And it made Mercs, pretty much everything Mercs was doing significantly safer.
I have my route.
Yeah.
I like my route.
Yeah, I mean, that too was like loaded with stuff. I had katana, I had Vorp. I don't know what else was there, but there was a lot of good stuff in there, I remember.
Yeah, I was looking back through the logs to see, because what was katana and why would I have gotten rid of it? And katana was a temper. I wouldn't get rid of a temper. I just don't have it.
Nope.
So it got eaten. But I was looking through, and we got Vorpal at the exact same time.
Yeah,
That was
Vorpal and Katana
hilarious.
were very close by.
No, but we both got Vorpal. The two teams got it at the exact same time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because, yeah, I usually do 3, 1, 2, but that raft I thought was really suspicious, so I went to 4 before I did 2, I think.
I did 3-1. I did 3-1-2, I believe. I did do 4 earlier though than I would normally do because the raft. So I mean,
Which K-Tap was not happy seeing the ref get used. Just putting that.
You should have burned it.
I mean, I whistled the last 2 seeds, so I mean, sorry, K-Tab, you jinxed it this time.
I mean, it led to the only sword I really used all game. I guess there was the wooden ones after that, but yeah, no mags. I wanted to hint where that was, but even though the game was finished, it wouldn't let me hint.
Yeah, I never saw mags. I had wood first, and I found white somewhere else. I don't remember where.
Guess it's like
Wait. I know the first wood I found was in 5, actually, because I went in at the Dongo room, and I threw a bomb, and I was like, wait, I don't have a sword. And then I went to the Zol room, like, back one and left, and then sword was sitting in the Zol. And then I went back and killed the Dongos. I don't remember where the other white sword was, or the white sword was, rather.
White sword was the level 4 Triforce.
Right.
Yeah, I waste a lot of time on Carrie because Carrie killed everybody but one, my ruse stick wielder, and Carrie was just punching, so I wasn't getting through. I just had to ice to her down to like a quad Xer. Took a while.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not obviously all of the time difference, but that was like Dark Moon got through Carrie very fast because decided, went in significantly later leveled, was geared, and hit Carrie for like 1,300 damage. It was like, get out of my way. I have things to do.
Yeah, I had to go in there early because lots of checks, and then
Yep.
sometimes Carrie is good, and sometimes she's not. I was trying to get levels so I can get my nukes online.
No,
I took those first few fights in what was it, Dwarf Cave? It was the seafood party platter.
Yep.
And Ice 2 just killed them like 3 times. He got level 13 for my lockpicking. Similar.
I was gonna say maybe you just got bad RNG luck because I watched the one back from last night, and obviously Dark was getting mauled in C, and you just walked right through it like it was nothing last night. So
yeah, that's the nature of how random encounters work.
RNG gods were on our side tonight.
So I'm not gonna deny this or anything. I totally forgot lockpicking was on because I'll be honest with you, I don't get to race thieves very often. All I know is red mages at this point.
I'm hoping for fighters in Game 3.
Oh my god!
get to have fighter race.
I'd be fine with that.
We literally have not seen fighter in 1 seed that we've played yet.
I mean, I have never played one of the fighter seeds in this, but still, it's fighters. Like, it'd be fine.
We gotta practice one. Otherwise, I've gotten like thieves, black belts, and red mages the entire time. Yeah, these guys have good spells, or ninjas had fast and temper. I'll be on the same level.
Yep. I mean, that sucked a little, but at least you had them.
Yes, at least we had them because I didn't find any fast type weapons.
No, I didn't. I hit the shops at Canaria, Provoca, Elfland, and then just didn't hit weapon shops elsewhere. And I didn't see a temper or a haste. The only temper that came in was the katana. So yeah, that was interesting.
Well, I had another temper also. It was a temper sword. The wear sword was a temper.
Yeah, I think my inventory was full at that point, and I just didn't bother paying attention anymore.
I didn't either until I got the katana. I'm like, where's my katana?
Yeah, I get it. We got ours in a different order. My wear sword came in after Vorpal and Katana were already in, so my swords were assigned, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm not touching these. Yeah.
Don't blame you. Inventory management is terrible.
Yep. So.
Let's look at the about black belts. You don't care about inventory. Usually.
You care about inventory. You care about weapon inventory. That's it.
Yeah, but get your tempers, get your fasts, and then you're good to go. And your whatever X2 spell. Maybe a Brack stick. Oh, that was also really weird. I hit I went into Kraken with 2 party members. My first one, like, I had nothing to do. I just could use my hold staff on him. It hit, and it never wore off.
No.
And I was shocked.
Damn, that's real nice.
I was like, what? That hit?
Awesome.
So, what are the plans for when Game 3 is?
Tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
We're just gonna bang these out, get them all done.
Yep.
I don't have much of a choice, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're out of town, and I have marathon this Thursday through, so I don't even want to think about like doing anything other than just marathon at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a busy time.
Yep.
It's done.
Got remedies, we have thieves, hopefully we get something else. Yeah, thanks for the commentary, thanks for the tracking.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks
Yeah,
for putting
no,
us on restream.
It's been a very fun time. So it was a
Ditto.
good race.
Ditto. I'll leave on the note. We had to win this one because my Zelda names in the enter name, I put the big payback, so we had to win this one.
Nice.
Nice. Game
We were sweating though. It was close.
Yeah, we were within a minute and a half at the end.
Well, funny you
Off of
say
13
that.
seconds
I-
from
I will-
last week.
I will say this. Dark looked to see if you finished, and somebody typed, and he's like, "Oh, they're done." And then I was like, "No, just keep going, just keep going." And that was like probably like, I don't know, a couple minutes before.
That was me
Yeah,
and
right.
Raintover.
Because you put in the
Yeah.
done to like be ready for it, but it's like,
Yep.
are they doing it because they're in go mode? Is it because they're doing it on the final boss? It's like, it's so nerve wracking.
It's part of the mind games.
Yep.
I said, I was like, that's what I said. I was like, maybe they're just trying to psych you out. Just keep going.
I was entering. I took the fight with the Warmack, and then I had to go res my one thief because I didn't want to go through with 3 only. Need those nukes for those first 2 bosses. At least we got Lich Carry, which was 3 rounds total.
Well, GG's
Yeah.
again. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep, GG's. Till tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe that is kind of. I guess we'll close it out on. We've got some final thoughts from the runners. It's been a good race. It was nice. We got something different for Dark Moon. He got his thieves. No red mages this time. We'll see what he gets tomorrow. Probably red mages, but we'll see. But other than that, K-Tap, it's been a pleasure doing the commentary with you. It's been a lot of fun, and I don't have anything more to say other than I guess Dark Moon's still here if he wants to. If you want to say anything, K-Tap, and then Dark Moon can plug the marathon we've got starting in 3 days. At this point.
Okay, so that was a fun, exciting, very close at the end race. Definitely a nail biter. And I'm looking forward to watching Game 3 tomorrow. It was a blast doing comms with you as well.
Did you want me to promo the marathon?
Yeah, go ahead. You can do the promo,
Okay.
Dark Moon.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. Marathon is coming up starting on Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning. It is in support of the South Carolina Firefighters Burn Children's Fund, a charity supporting kids who have suffered pediatric burns, their recovery process, helping them, their families, and then it also supports Camp Can Do, which is a summer camp for kids that have suffered pediatric burns, so they can go and be around other kids that have suffered the same thing, and then there's no stigma about, having the burns or the scars or showing all that off. Gets them a great time where they can just be a kid and enjoy themselves. I think right now it's every $600 we raise helps to send one kid to camp. So it's a huge deal. Like every dollar we get really does something very important for these kids. They love the money that the ability to go off to camp. The money that we raise helps that. It's such a worthy cause. So yeah, 4 days of randomizers, straight days at this point, because it's not just a pre-show on Thursday. We had enough submissions that we have a full Thursday lineup as well. So tune in Thursday and basically just never turn it off, and we'll see you all the way through Sunday at midnight.
So is it just Final Fantasy Randomizer or all the Final Fantasy randomizers?
All randomizers, not even just Final Fantasy. Any randomizer is able to submit.
That's cool.
We got Metroids and Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, a bunch of crossover APs, all kinds of stuff. It's great fun.
Ooh, I see Chrono Triggers on the schedule.
Yup. 2 different Chrono Triggers, in fact. Yeah, there's Jets of Time, which is the usual one we showcase. And there's also Not Another Chrono Trigger Randomizer, I think is what it's called. And that one's a different fork of the base of what became Jets of Time that went in a slightly different direction. So we get to showcase a couple different vibes with that one. That's pretty cool.
What the heck? There's a Psychonauts randomizer? I'm just waiting for the Stardew Valley Archipelago stuff to pop in, because I know that exists.
Yep. Yeah, the Stardew Valley one's great, too.
There'll be a bunch of fun runs to watch. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So yes, tune in. watch, donate, be a part of the Randomizer Marathon. It's great fun.
I think for tonight, and thanks, one last thank you to Mecklin for doing both the restream as well as the tracking for us tonight, and I'll let us have the channel back, and we can go and rest and relax, and everybody can kind of decompress after the close race and wait for game 3 tomorrow at 7 o'clock.